Hello again, Rough Rider fans. Welcome to a playoff weekend edition of Casino Regina's Turf TV right here from Mosaic Stadium. Riders and Stampeders, Sunday, 4:15 here in Regina CFL Western semifinal. Here are the news conferences from Rider coach Kent Austin, Stamps coach Tom Higgins, and a scrum with Stamps quarterback Henry Burris. Let's start it off with Coach Austin.
Coach. Okay, on this week are Holmes, Murphy, Frazier, Williams, and Adams off, or Childs, Johnson, Fleiser, St. Germain, and Curvey. So I'll open up to any questions.
Cage just didn't develop like you were hoping to.
Yeah, you know, it looked good, and then he had a setback, and so he's just not at a point to where we can play him.
Yeah. You've been saying all along, look, I get how important this is, and you've been saying that time and time again. But talk about how you've been able to keep your team kind of insular on the eve of this game here a little bit.
Yeah, well, there's only so much that a coach can do and a staff can do. You know, hopefully we've done our job throughout the season to create habits in dealing with this, such that, you know, when we get to a situation like this, we've already taught the guys how to prepare. We've taught the guys how to focus. We've taught them how to deal with distractions, and that will carry the day when you get to this point. You know, if all of a sudden you're trying to reinvent that. At this stage, you probably haven't done a pretty good job the previous 18 weeks. Okay, good.
You talked about Corey Holmes being the starter tomorrow, replacing Wes. Obviously a big loss with Wes not being able to be in there. There are two different types of running backs.
Yeah, we've got great confidence in Corey. You know, Corey's been an outstanding player for a reason, and we expect Corey to play very well. It's like we've said all year long. Any of the players that are in the lineup, and any of the players that find themselves on the field, we expect them to play at a level that allows us to win a football game. We don't hide behind excuses of injuries. That's not very honoring to the guy that we're asking to play, to set up a safety net for failure by saying that we're compromised without the other guy.
What does Calgary bring defensively?
Great athleticism. They got great team speed. They cover well. They're a very athletic team. They're as athletic across the board on both sides of the ball as any team, or more athletic than most in the league. That's our opinion, you know, as a staff, and we understand that if we don't match their intensity level and match, you know, their level of athleticism, you know, we're not going to win the football game.
There are the pregame thoughts of Saskatchewan Rough Rider head coach Kent Austin. Now let's switch to the other side of things with Calgary Stampeders boss Tom Higgins.
It's been difficult for you to stay as upbeat as you are this week, considering some of the distractions you've been facing.
They're all distractions, and I'm glad nobody asked about them, but that's okay. We're presented with a few, and that's all right. Maybe it's a blessing in disguise because they got a chance to relax a little bit. I really don't know. All I do know is that probably the best week of practice that we've had. Now, does it transfer to game time? But we need to wait and see. And I do know the athletes are very much looking forward to coming here and playing. We didn't find whatever that ingredient was to have a playoff game at home, how to win those, so we figured we better take it on the road. And you know what the challenge was is that we knew 5 weeks out that this was our lot. No matter what we did, so we put most of our eggs in our basket for what we're going to do, our mindset for tomorrow. And I look forward to seeing how it unfolds.
Tom, it seems like the roles are completely reversed from last year's West semifinal.
The last 2 years, you've been the favorite going into this game, and you haven't come through. Is it sort of different this time? You know, as you sort of said, this is your first road game. Is it sort of different going into this game as the underdog?
I guess it would depend, you know, who you ask. Myself, no. I don't think we're the underdog. You know, no one asked me what the point spread should be. We're going to win the football game. Period. The end. But please, if somebody else sat here and said they weren't going to win the football game, time for them to leave. And there's a great deal of confidence, and so I don't feel that there's any difference. I don't feel that we're going to be the spoiler. I don't sense that. I sense that we did a good con job then, obviously, in thinking that and letting our players know that they're a pretty good football team when And then we did the when part, but yeah, a good football team when you do these things. We are not just some slappies. We didn't fluke our way into this. We're here because we feel we deserved it. Saskatchewan is here because they deserved it, and they deserve to have a home game. And but let the fur fly. It's going to fly. I look forward to a very physical game. I look forward to a very well-played football game by both teams. And when I get a chance to see Kent, because I'm not a visiting person, I hope I get a chance to see him before the start of the game and congratulate him on his year. Because after football games, you know what? It's a quick handshake and you're off the field.
Hello again, Calgary Stampeders coach Tom Higgins, and now the biggest key to this game on Sunday is Stampeders quarterback Henry Burris. He met with the media here on Saturday at Mosaic Stadium.
I'm guessing you're embracing the opportunity to show your stuff in front of these people.
Well, it's going to be fun. It's the playoffs, and it doesn't get any better than this. And with the historic, fashion that it's going to be in as far as the setting, I mean, this is like a dream come true to be in an atmosphere like this to play an important playoff game. And but we're just focused on what we have to do. We're focused on the game plan. We feel we have a great game plan, and we're looking forward to getting out here and getting after it tomorrow.
It's been a tough week for your football club with all the distractions going on surrounding your coach and that. How tough is it to stay positive coming into this one?
Well, for us, really the guys in-house, we know what's truly going on, and there's been a lot of speculations going on in the media that people are saying are so-called true, but really a lot of it's not true. I always said whoever created this stuff should be a soap opera writer because they're doing a great job creating some type of drama. But all the guys in the locker room, we're having a great time out here, as you can see, and we're just focused on playing against a great team tomorrow in a pretty intimidating atmosphere. But we're all looking forward to getting out there and playing a great game, and hopefully we can get a victory.
How loud is it going to be tomorrow, Henry?
I mean, it's going to be loud, but, like I've told people, the game here in 05, it's hard to beat that one as far as the emotions that were running wild in that game. I think it'll be the same magnitude, but it's something that we've been preparing for all year as far as playing on the road in this type of situation, and so we should deal with it well, but it's all about just executing. If we can do those good things, put the ball in the end zone, move the chains, maybe we can take the crowd out of it and hopefully frustrate the Rough Riders.
Last couple semifinals, this offense has had tough times, especially with turnovers. I mean, have you talked about that, or are you trying to just keep that out of your mind heading into this game?
Well, actually, this is a totally different offense. We haven't even thought about that one bit yet because one thing about this offense that we never had in the past was consistent play, and that's one thing we've been able to do this year, game in and game out, especially the first couple of games early on the road. We came here, we were playing inconsistent ball because we were still shuffling with our lineup, trying to get guys in the right places, trying to find out what plays we were going to run, and now that George has an idea of who we want to go with and what plays we're comfortable with and the personnel that we have, we became a much more consistent offense. So we're not even focused on that. We just want to come out and execute the plays, be able to pick up the blitz stuff and protection and make sure I'm making the right reads and just go out there and play our style of football.
You torched these guys in Calgary, but they had their secondary looked a lot different that day. Have you looked at film of that and think that you can maybe do the same things tomorrow that you did that day or not?
Well, one thing about this defense is that they have great players in the secondary regardless of who's back there. So we really don't look at who's back there. We just try to attack the scheme. When it's a certain type of zone, you attack the zone. When it's man, you attack man. And it really doesn't matter who's back there. They have some great players. Eddie Davis wasn't there that day, but he's going to be here in this game. He's the leader on the back end. So we're going to expect the group to come out here and play hard no matter what. But the bottom line is for us, we're just going to make our reads and attack them. Go against the defense that they give us. If it's zone, attack the zone. If it's man, go after man, and always be ready for blitz because it's always going to be thrown at you, especially in an important game like this.
Henry, both.
And there you go. A big thanks to number one, Henry Burris. Riders and Stamps Sunday, 4:15 right here at Mosaic Stadium. Of course, CBC has the game. Hopefully we'll see you here in the stadium. Thanks to Tom Higgins, Kent Austin, and Henry Burris, and for you for watching Casino Regina Turf TV.